reading his autobiography is very enlightening because he spends so much time just explaining in such detail different hardships, different times when he just, you know, things weren't going his way. And like, he was able to shine a light so well on, you know, the issues he went through internally with thinking about religion, about life purpose, things of that nature. And then politically, seeing his country and his communities just, you know, being beat down and struggling. And he was just able to communicate that so clearly. Whereas today, in today's day and age, a lot of people really want to communicate the successes, right? To communicate that life is so perfect and nice. And that can make like a good, fun YouTube video, can make good content. But if you're always just focused on that, eventually it gets stale. Eventually it just gets redundant. And it's like, what is really the purpose in that after a while, right? When, especially when you are like kind of burying and ignoring any hardships that you are going through and just trying to hide that so much.
Right.
There's no real merit in that, I don't think, right? You need to have maybe a balance of both, or just whatever it may be, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe that you brought up Gandhi. I love that you said that, because I recently, like on my live stream on Monday, I think I missed you on Monday, but on my live stream, I had sort of this epiphany, because I did take a break from creating content.
Right.
Not that I meant to, but I was just sucked into my kids and how cute they were, and it just happened, and I'm fine with it. And I started to, you know, I had this like light bulb moment. I call light bulb moments, like those aha moments, I call them lightning moments, because, you know, I like this idea of enlightenment and becoming better people. Yeah. And so sometimes when you have those aha moments, it's like getting struck by lightning.
Yeah,
I call them lightning moments. And the lightning moment was, we don't have a value, like a quantification for happiness, right? Like to your point, like you can have, you know, all the Maseratis and the houses and all those things. And so we see that as success because you can quantify it. Well, they have a $20 million house, so they must be doing good. Yeah. So how do we quantify happiness? Right? And is that like, do you write at the end of your week, like, I had 10 hours of happiness? So then you feel successful for having happiness? Okay, well, I can't have, you know, however many hours a week there is of pure happiness, because somebody still has to do laundry and wash dishes, right? But Gandhi, I think one of his messages was that there's happiness everywhere. So like if I'm doing dishes, which nobody loves doing dishes, but there can be happiness in that.
Right.
And then that's the merit of successful life lived.
Yeah, finding happiness in everything, I guess, right?
Finding happiness.
Yeah, because it is a weird thing. If you're going to try to quantify happiness and say, oh, I was happy for 4 hours this week. It's like, okay, well, what about all the other hours?
What about all the other hours?
And like, are you happy when you sleep, technically? Like, how do you define that, right?
Yeah.
It's a weird kind of thing.
Yeah. So, and then, like, and what's the scale of happiness? So yeah, it was funny, because I was thinking about Gandhi, because I was thinking that was kind of sort of his message, was like, you can find joy in all the things. Yeah. But he had to go through all the trials and tribulations to get there.
Right. And again, did a really good job of communicating those trials and tribulations. I think that ties into it as well, right? Being able to communicate your hardships so clearly maybe helps you become okay with it and become happier with it, right? Yeah. Like, again, if you're trying to bury those or ignore those, then it just gets pent up inside, right? So I think there is definitely extreme value when you're communicating the parts of your life that cause you pain or that cause you struggle, right? It's beneficial for you and the world, right? There's kind of no downside to that.
There isn't. And it's like, how can we as creators show up with our tails from the trenches? Right? Like, how can we stand in our truths to be like, this is what I'm struggling with. Yeah. Like my last video that came out was like, I took a break from YouTube. I didn't plan to. It sucks for sure, because it does impact your numbers, but I found happiness inside that thing that wasn't maybe super great from a successful, I didn't grow a zillion subscribers that week. Like I took a break, and I didn't really mean to, but I needed to, maybe, I guess, without knowing it, because I didn't feel like I was burnt out or anything. Yeah. But then kind of stepping back after and being like, why is this bothering me? What do I fear about taking this break? What could be a benefit from taking this break?
Yeah.
And then just share the story.
Yeah, definitely. Curiosity mindset.